What's up, Life Form? So today we're talking about Alec Enkiri. He has a YouTube channel called Enkiri Elite Fitness, and he is mostly devoted towards athletic training.
On this road.
No, not circus training, athletic training. Editor, don't you even know anything about training? Anyway, my editor doesn't know shit about training. Sorry. One thing that I respect about Alec is his ability to grind. Not that kind of grind.
Today we're going to show you how to grind concrete floors.
Like to grind.
Have you ever wondered if it was really worth the work to toast and grind your own spices? The answer is yes.
No, to grind through a lift, like powerlifting.
You ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready to grind.
Editor, what the? To grind through a lift, like
Now the idea of this, I'm just going to pour some of this onto the plate. You know, you can kind of have a coarse grind like that.
like powerlifting, like a squat or a bench or a deadlift, like to just keep grinding.
Right? You don't need to be a whole lot of touchy-feely when you're grinding. It can be a nice grind.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. Yes! Thank you, finally! It took you long enough. Gah. Sorry for the delay. I've been having trouble with this guy for months now. I'm trying to find a new editor because I've just been so stressed lately. I've just outsourced everything. But he's sort of just gone off the rails and he's doing whatever he wants. So let me know if you guys know any good editors that I can use instead of this piece of shit over here. And this guy absolutely walks the walk. He doesn't just talk the talk. He is extremely knowledgeable, but also on top of that, he clearly does what he's talking about. His best squat is a 545-pound squat, 315-pound bench press, 585-pound deadlift, at 160-ish pounds body weight. So for his weight, or for any weight, he is a damn strong individual. He's also done a 4.5 40-yard dash, has a 40-inch vertical jump, which is absolutely insane. For reference, my vertical jump is like 26 inches, maybe 24, somewhere around there. And he has a 60-inch box jump, which is absolutely nuts as well. And so clearly he actually does what he's talking about. He's not just, an armchair quarterback where he's talking about like the theory of lifting. Obviously, all the weights are also real. Which is actually something I shouldn't have to mention, but in this day and age, I sort of have to mention it, right? One very impressive thing is I was scrolling through his page. That's what I do when I rate a fitness YouTuber. I scroll through their videos, I look at a few, I watch a few, I just try to get an overall feel for their content. Most of the time, almost all the time, I can't watch every single video just because it's often hundreds of hours or at least hours and hours of footage. But one video actually jumped out at me. It was his squat comeback after hip surgery. And I've been dealing with hip issues for a long time, which is part of the reason why my squat is not that good. But I was curious, so I clicked on it. And it was about 4 years ago, about 4.5 years ago. And so I clicked on this video, and he had responded to a few comments, which is actually pretty unusual. A lot of YouTubers never actually respond to comments. And I saw a comment that he had responded to, and the comment was 2 days ago. So this is a 4.5-year-old video, and he's still responding to comments, still helping people, still, actually keeping up to date on his channel. And that is extremely rare. To see someone still responding to comments on a 4.5-year video, that is nuts. And this, it just happened to be a coincidence. It was just an old video that I looked through, and I happened to see a comment that he had done the day before. So, hats off to him for actually doing that, for actually, interacting with his fans. A lot of YouTubers just don't do that. Maybe if they have millions of subscribers, they just can't do that because it gets overwhelming. but I think a lot of them don't even make the effort. They don't even like try to interact with their fans. So it's nice seeing someone, still doing that even on quite an old video. Another interesting thing is he was basically the first person that I know of to call out Athlete X. He did a video titled Athlete X is not a strength coach, which I think almost everyone knows by now and almost everyone can agree on. But at the time, that was a very contentious issue, and he was very courageous and bold for actually making that video. He actually, in the beginning of the video, he shows up with a shovel saying he's going to dig his own grave. But in hindsight, he was absolutely correct. And this was in, I think, March or May 2019. So before all the fake weights things, before everything, he actually called Athlete X out, which I think is very commendable and the industry actually needs more of. He's called out a lot of people, actually. He's called out Kinobody. He's called out Joel Seedman, that like functional fitness moron who is a doctor somehow. He's called out Ripito. He's called out Bradley Martin. He's called out Every Damn Day Fitness. Obviously, Athlete X a bunch of times. And one thing that I like about his call-outs is it sticks to the facts.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
And they're generally very well written. You can tell that he actually writes out his videos beforehand, which is something that, maybe I should do. But it keeps everything to the point. It keeps everything very factual and very informational. And there's not really a lot of drama on his channel. Yes, he calls people out, but it's always very useful. And it's always, he's referencing studies or he's using logic to debunk whatever these people are saying. So I actually find that I get stuff out of these call out videos. It's not just, like a drama kind of thing. It's actually informational as well. He also has a website with training templates, which range from anywhere from around $30 up to, I think his latest product is at $99, which is a little bit on the expensive side, to be perfectly honest, for a template that isn't customized at all. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know if it's quality or not. I assume it will be quality just based on the rest of his content and the fact that he knows what he's talking about, but I haven't actually read it. $99 is a little bit expensive. That's more than I charge for a custom plan, diet and nutrition. So that's a little bit on the pricey side, but it's not $200 at least, right? He also does have custom training plans, which are $119 for 8 weeks, $139 for 12, and $169 for 16. And that's actually very reasonable. That's a lot less than a lot of coaches charge. So I think for that level of expertise, that is a very, very competitive price. And then he also offers coaching, which is $300 for 6 weeks and $549 for 12 weeks, which is also more than I charge. But again, I've seen coaches charging just absolutely outlandish amounts. So given his expertise, I think this is a very reasonable and competitive price. One small criticism is that he doesn't seem to put out a ton of informational content anymore. Over the past 6 to 8 months, he hasn't put out a lot of just like something about volume or periodization or wave loading or step loading or how to progress or whatever. It's mostly just lifting footage and then calling other YouTubers out. But I think he does squeeze a lot of information into those types of callouts. So it could be that he just is putting his informational content into that type of video, which sort of makes sense, to be honest, because that gets a lot more clicks. If you have, Every Damn Day Fitness or Johnny Candido or Athlete X or whatever in the title and in the thumbnail, it's just going to get more views, and it sort of makes sense if you want to put out information to do it in that context. Maybe it's not as palatable and, a boring video doesn't get as many clicks, but I think it sort of makes sense given the situation of YouTube fitness right now. You sort of have to have an enticing title, otherwise people aren't really going to click. It sucks. It's sort of a prisoner's dilemma type of situation, but that's just the reality of YouTube fitness right now. So definitely worth dropping him a sub if you are interested in the more athletic side of training.
Meaning that, let's say maybe up to 135 pounds on a squat, Jesse's able to use his true strength to execute that movement. But once he...
That is all for this video. Make sure to like the video. It does help, probably. Subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Baby, grind squats, please. Relax your mind, take your time with the meat. His name is Alex motherfucking Enkiri. Getting swifty is his reality.